Well, welcome to our Brazilian adventure here in Rancho Fundo. We've got a small little farm, a little rancho here, and we're just going to try and have some fun on a Brazilian map. It's a limited series, probably won't go terribly long, not going to be a knockdown drag out. Looks like I think we'll do 1 day months at 5 times speed. We don't have a whole lot. Oh, I see my speed is not at 5 times. Let me fix that. At 5 times speed. So it'll go a little quicker. Our fields are kind of small, so it should be all right. We probably won't grow very big, and maybe we'll be able to do contracts using some of the equipment I've populated around on the other farms, just to showcase the map a little and some of the South American Brazilian style equipment. I didn't know when it would get light here for sure, so it's still a little dark here at 6 o'clock in the morning. So maybe tomorrow I'll get up a little later. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. We have our own field to cultivate, so that needs to get done at some point, but there's not necessarily a hurry for it. We only have a seed drill, so that limits what we can grow. I'd like to do corn or soybeans, but I can't plant those. Oddly enough, the header that we have can harvest both, can also do corn, which is kind of odd. But that's okay. So we've got 2 fields. One we're going to do rice in, the other one I haven't decided yet. And then we've got our coffee plants going up the hillside. We got some banana trees, some mango trees, and yeah, I failed to look for that orchard mod. That's actually part of the city productions pack or something like that, but it had fruits, I think like lemons and apples. Wouldn't be the first time we had apples, but like lemons, apples, and oranges or something like that. So I thought about that. I don't have it in yet. So right now we're going to focus on the coffee. We do have coffee cherries that have been picked off of our coffee plants. We need to get those up here for processing. So grab my little trailer here. And we'll head down to the field. Not sure which way this gate opens. I think in. Yep, so leave a little bit of room there. These tracks can get pretty muddy, so we do have to be careful and make sure that we're using the appropriate equipment and also not too heavy a loads, because I think we found when we harvested the barley off of this field that when we put our auger wagon filled with the entire crop off the field, it was a little difficult to move. I'm going to come down here to the bottom of the field. I'll follow it around. I think I'll try and park in the field itself here, where it's maybe kind of a little bit level. And then we'll see if I can remember how to open this tailgate. There we go. That's it. Okay. Well, that's not quite level, is it, at all? Not even remotely close. Oh, there we go. I was like, I had did the grass grow? I think it did. Because they were not this hard to see when I put them here. But I've got my crates. That's not. My crates with my coffee cherries in them down at the bottom of my rows of coffee plants. Takes like 2-3 years for coffee plants to really grow enough that they're producing the coffee cherries. Coffee beans are actually the seeds that are in these coffee cherries. So what we're going to do here on the farm is we're going to process them. We're going to remove the flesh from them. And then I think we're going to do what's called wet processing, or we're going to wash them after we remove the there we go. That's better. We're going to put them in tanks of water and let them sit in there and ferment for like a day or so. And then we're going to take the green coffee beans out and we're going to dry them in the sun. I think wet processing is what we would probably do in this region since we do have access to a lot of water. The other way to do it would be to just dry them out in the sun on like terraces. And that's actually before you even remove the flesh from them, I think. So what am I doing? I'm going to go get the tractor with the front loader. I think I'll put the weight on the back. Probably be a good idea. And the pallet forks, yep. So we'll drop the bucket off. Back up a little. Well, maybe we should put the weight on first. What do you think? Be easier to maneuver around these columns before we have the forks on. Why would you put the weight there like that? I don't know. There we go. Pick that up. Boy, we are moving lots of levers here on this tractor. Well, oh, okay. I must be up to. Let's get that pallet fork on there, and I think back out. Yeah, let's go do that. There we go. Oh, what a beautiful morning. I guess there's no reason to go down the road. We'll just cut right across the field here. Wow. That's pretty cool. I don't think I remember seeing anything like that in Riverbend Springs. Okay, let's see if we can figure out where these are at. I can see them a little bit. It's a little tricky though. Okay, here's one. Pushing it. Can't really see. Okay, now we're down on the ground. There, we got it. Okay, these coffee cherries are red. I don't know what kind we'd have here in Brazil. I think Arabica beans, Typica, Bourbon. One could hope. Let's see. This is going to be tricky. Need like a telehandler, don't I? I don't know how I'm going to get these off of here. So yeah, we hired some of the locals. These coffee cherries are hand-picked. You go down the row of coffee plants and look at, you got to make a judgment call on which ones are ready to be picked, and put them in a little basket, go down to the end, and fill up the crates. That's as far as we're going to get with that one, huh? How many crates do I have here? Let me fill up this trailer and maybe we'll call that good for today. I don't know how much more I have. Quite headed straight on with that one, am I? There we go. Oh. It is a little hard to see with the sun where it's at and then this lighting. Honestly, this is probably the last one we should be able to expect to get on here. I don't know if we could get another one. That's 4 boxes is all. So what do we do? I guess we'll turn that off. We'll strap them. Probably be smart. I don't know why my truck is like moving around. All right, see if I can remember how to close that. There we go. Come up here. I think I can pull through this. I don't think this silo does. Ooh. I don't think the silo takes them. Let me drive through quick. Well, I got the straps on, so it shouldn't matter, right? Oh, no. Oh, crap, they're going in. Okay. Okay, I was not expecting that. Okay. I was gonna pull around here and stop, but apparently they go into the silo. So that's good, actually, because that can help us in our simulation. So what we're doing is we are washing the coffee cherries. We're defleshing them, taking the pulp off of them, washing them, and then we're going to bring them over here and we're going to dry them in this structure over here, which is actually it's a mushroom. No, wait, it's a rice sapling greenhouse, but we're using it as our coffee drying area. So let's go get some more, I guess. That was unexpected. That was not my plan. So I guess I can do this as a time lapse then. Alright, I think this might be the last one here. Yeah. So what do we have? I had 9 boxes. Looks like. I'll just run this one up with the tractor. And then I'll come back down for the pickup. That sun is not getting any better, is it? Now, originally it didn't look like there were hardly any contracts at all, and now I think it might be populating. So we'll have to head up into town and see what maybe we can do. We need to buy seed, don't we? No, we have seed. We have seed, we have fertilizer. Well, we don't need anything, do we? Yeah, it was quite a surprise. I was just actually just driving through here. So it turns out that our silo is actually a multi-fruit silo, so it's going to have the coffee beans in there available for us. So that's awesome. Helps with our simulation, I think. I think next we could cultivate our field for lack of anything better. I think this is like a power harrows or something. almost like to get some cows in, but man, we'd have to buy everything. Still like to do chickens, but I haven't found an appropriate chicken coop or open chicken area that'll kind of fit someplace we can put it. Our terrain is very challenging because of the slopes and everything, but it works very well for doing the coffee on that elevation. Although we are at the lower elevation of this map because it's like uphill all the way to town, but that's fine. Alright, so that doesn't need to be down anymore. We'll just take this back up. Maybe that'd be the best thing to do here early in the morning is go ahead and head up into town and see if maybe we can... Oh, no, I don't want to go that way. I want to put it back where it was in the garage. Uh-oh. No, what did I do? Put things back where they go. Near as we can tell. Right in there. Okay. So yeah, how about a quick ride to town? I only really know one way around. So we'll have to learn the rest of it. Was this grass this tall yesterday? It doesn't seem like it. So we'll head up to the machinery store, see if we can make some contacts, and yeah, figure out who's who in the zoo around here. Alright, I think I gotta take this bridge, then to the right, I think. No, this is not correct. It should have followed the stream, the river. This is not right. Found somebody's field. Well, can I go this way? Gosh, I'm gonna get lost. Well, the river's there. If I head this way, it should be. This is the problem with having grown up in northeastern Nebraska. There were county roads almost like on a grid pattern every mile. To the left, I think, is that field. Okay, go straight. So you didn't have to know where the roads were going. You just kind of had to know where you were going, and you could figure out how to get there. I don't know if that works in the hills of Brazil. I think we're coming back down on ourselves. I should probably open the mini-map so I at least know what direction I'm heading. I think we just went in a big circle, but I don't know. I'm looking for the stream. The river that came down. I think it's to my right, but I don't know. Okay, here's another bridge. What is that up there? That's my farm. What? That's my farm. So I turned one bridge too early? I think so. Yeah, I don't know my way around. This bridge. There we go. It's too funny. Alright, so there looks like a neighbor there. I'll have to introduce myself later at some point. Keep heading up towards town. Another neighbor here. Okay, I think I know where I'm at now. It's looking familiar. Okay, when I thought that the vehicles weren't getting dirty here, I was obviously incorrect. We are getting good and dirty. When I was setting up the map, it didn't look like things were getting dirty, but they obviously are getting very dirty. Okay, we're coming up on town here. There's a lot of folks living here. I think if I go this way, it's kind of like a shortcut. Lots of motorbikes. Inexpensive way to get around. Whoa. I was not expecting to see traffic on that track. This is the store. Did we even make it over here last time? I don't even know. Guess we'll park here. They have a telehandler. Nice. But nothing inside. That's interesting. Nothing on the shelves either. This is interesting. It's very similar to the store in Louisiana. Hey! I don't know, Portuguese. Bom dia? It's like Spanish with pebbles in your mouth. No offense. All right, there, used equipment sheet. I don't think there's anything we can use there. No. All right, thank you. And then let's go talk to this guy and see if maybe we can get an idea on any jobs around here. So it looks like it did get very populated, actually. There's some cultivating jobs, and they look like they are near farms that we populated, so that likely could be something worth doing. Oh, that's a good one. That's a big farm over there. That would be a fun one to do. And that one there, that's that same one. Well, I say they're our nearer neighbor. I don't know what equipment he has on the farm, but let's take this one here and we'll use what he's got at his farm, I think, if I can find it. Thank you. I think if I go straight down that track we came in on, I will be able to find it. And then once we're there, maybe we can talk them into letting us do the other one. Although it's a much larger field. And it might be nice to have something larger than the equipment that he's got at his farm. But let's go see if we can figure this out. We should cultivate our own field as well. But let's just make a little bit of money. We're down around 76,000, which is not a ton. Maybe we can do a little better. This is like the sugar cane processing plant, sugar plant. Surprised there wasn't more harvesting count. Maybe in October? I don't know. Is there corn and soybeans in October, I suppose? This will allow us to see a little bit more of the map. See a farm. It's over there. All right, well, let's go see what we have available. All right, so we passed the field that needs to get done as we were coming in. It's not this one. This is the other one, which is pretty large. Could take a while. And said go ahead and use his, I think he said Stara. So this is the tractor we're going to use. And he said his cultivator was down in one of the sheds over here. So I think down there. Why didn't he have me use that tractor down there? I don't know. Let's see. Oh, it's got big old, like, paddle wheels. What do you call those things for rice? That's kind of cool. We gotta check that out. Hang on. Amazon Senio Super. Okay. I want to check this thing out here quick. Wow. The Valtra. What do you... those cages or whatever? Those are cool. This thing sounds good, huh? Thumbs up. All right. I like the tent. here on the right, I should probably use the GPS. Dip a toe into the field. We'll pull up the GPS, steering assist. There we go. Oop. My lines are off. There we go. Okay. I guess we'll start right here. Gonna do 3 headlands, I guess. So we'll start with the up downs. We're gonna bring up stones, aren't we? Well, that's his problem, not mine, right? Better go like every 2 or 3, I think. Then I'll come back. I find it hard to believe that I'm not going to keep going here. Why am I not? Well, this is taking a lot longer than I thought. This guy's tractor's a little underpowered for the slope of these hills, so it really struggles going uphill. The fact that I'm at 98% right now is good, because down at the bottom of the hill in this corner, or down at this corner, it starts going uphill towards the end. Now in Farming Simulator 25, once you reach 100%, you no longer have access to the land, so we won't be able to do it. So, yep, we're finished, and I can go ahead and stop now, which is nice, because I would have had a heck of a time. I really would have slowed down going up this slope right here. But since it no longer gives me access to the land, I can't cultivate this last part. When we collect on the contract, boom, it'll automatically just go ahead and give the field, the whole field, a cultivated state. So difference between 22, 19, and 25. I wish they'd fix that. It just seems kind of silly, but I'd say it was fun using a different piece of equipment, but it was very frustrating because of the power issue. But I guess, hey, that's his problem, not mine. Makes me wonder, is my tractor gonna bog down trying to cultivate my field? Makes me want to get over there and work on it. Just what you wanted to see, more cultivating in this episode though, right? So we'll put things back where they were. And then we'll go talk to him about a little bit of payment. It won't be a ton of money, but it'll be a little. Let's see here. Don't want to get caught on the corner of the building. Just think, if I would have taken one of the larger contracts like the other field, and this is what he's got to do it with. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe no thank you, sir. There you go, it was a Stara St. Max 180. Nice little tractor. I don't know if it's St. Max, that's what it looks like to me. It's probably ST Max, but... Alright, so $5,315. That was a lot of time invested to make that. But we met one of our neighbors. Now let's see if we can find our way back to our farm. Which may be easier said than done. What I think I'll do is I'll try and go, let's see, go out this way and along that field we just did, and then start kind of heading down. If we find the river, we'll be good. So there's the field we just did. Look, the stones are gone and it's completely cultivated. Nice. So I think if I head this way, I should maybe find my way back to my place. We'll see here in a minute. If we're going downhill, that... Whoa! Gee, what did I bounce. Oh, there's a little creek there. Wow. All right. Note to self, man, there ought to be a sign or something. Of course, we're out in the middle of nowhere, so nobody puts signage up. That would have been a good thing to catch ahead of time. To try and log that into the memory bank. Let's see. All right, well, that goes uphill. I don't know if I want to do that. Not sure I want to do that either. Maybe it'll go down before it goes up, or maybe not. Is there anything down to the right? No. I see my farm. Just can't get there from here. Is there anything going down to the right? Oh, here we go. This should take us back that way. All right. Oh, there's a bridge. Like, well, I want to be on the other side of this river, don't I? I think so. Yeah, I think this goes right up to my farm. I think if I go down that side, it comes up the other side. This one, yeah, I see my farm entrance right here. To the Rancho. Okay, so we found our way back home. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop into the house. Check, see how I'm doing on time. Maybe, just maybe, might try and cultivate our field. See where that takes us. I don't know. I'm going to take a short break. I'll see you in about a half an hour. Let's say 2:30. Well, I am getting better at speeding up time in Farming Simulator 25. I got pretty darn close to 2:30. So I guess we need to cultivate our field in order to get it ready for the next year. I don't know what. I got to take a look at the crop calendar. I think it just looks like a basic Farming Simulator 25 crop calendar with winter wheat. So I don't know if that's what we're going to do or not. This, what, Noach Crossmax 300, it's a disc harrows, and that's what we've got to work our ground. So I think we should be able to do it with this. Should I leave the pallet forks on or take them off? I don't know. I gotta get the weight off though. I'll just go ahead and leave them on for now. The weight though needs to go. So let's see. Put it over by that tree. Or should I put it back in the building? I think I'll drop it right here. Whoop. Okay, watch the side of the corner of the building there. Okay, yeah, we'll put it here. Should be good. Lower it down, drop it off. Yep. Easy, killer. Got a little bit of heft to it. I might have needed more weights on the front. All right. Watch out for that pole. I'm interested to see how this is going to do coming up. It'll be fine going down, but let's see. Pull that up. I really need to do 3 headlands. I can't turn it. Oh wait, I can turn it down if it's me. I'm gonna do 2. Now let's start right here. Do I turn it on? I don't have to turn it on or anything. Drop it down. Is it working? Near as I can tell. Yeah, looks like it's doing something. So because we had the discharge out the back of the combine, that should give us our mulching state. And then we're cultivating here. It needed lime, didn't it? I don't know how to do that. Does our little spreader do lime? I don't think it does. Just have to do without. I'm gonna go every 3rd one. Seems a little easier to line up on. And we're climbing. Actually, it's doing better than the. Spoke too soon. I thought it was doing better than the Stara was doing. Doesn't seem to be doing a whole lot better, but no, it's pulling all right. I think it'll be just fine. So we'll get this done here today, and that'll put us that much further ahead for tomorrow. Oh, you got to be careful, because the lines change which one it wants to be activated if you're turning and stuff. I found that a couple of times when I was working in that other field. I was going to hit the, engage the GPS and the steering assist, and the line changed right before I pushed the button. Maybe if it just act a little more slowly and more deliberately, might could avoid that. My fault being a little on the rammy and impatient side. I don't have anything to deal with weeds either. I don't have a weeder or a sprayer. Around this bush, we'll start heading back up. See what I mean? Got the wrong one. You can just barely see the lower coffee plants on that hillside. What happened? Did I go off my line over there? I think I did. Using the steering assist, I don't know. Sometimes I don't know what I did over there. What did I do over there? Yeah, I was not engaged on a line, was I at all? I went between two different ones. Boy, it stayed misty down here today, didn't it? That was something when the sun would shine through it. I don't know, that was tough to see. Alright, I'm engaged on the line now. Not sure what happened on that one. I'll fix it when we come back around. Yeah, I think this is about all I'm going to do today. Tomorrow, we should have coffee beans dried. And we can go ahead and take them into town to the roaster. We got back far enough. And the green went off. Why did that happen? I don't know. Did it again. Gotta pay attention, make sure you're getting the thing engaged. It looks like the sun's coming at me from this side over here. I'd like to thank you for hanging out with me here at Rancho Fundo in Brazil. Limited series on Farming Simulator 25. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button. And if you do not subscribe yet, why not? It don't cost nothing. I hope to see you next time.